Welcome to the Virtual Strategic Solutions Virtual Reality Simulation System. Accessing Legacy Dataset. Files loaded, simulation ready. Born in 2078, just a year after the Great War, Lily lived a simple life, married to her husband, and with at least one child who gave birth to 2 grandchildren, all of them living in the safety of Vault 17, until the Unity led by the Master raided her vault in 2153. The 75-year-old grandmother was dragged outside, where she saw the sun for the first time. She was taken to the Mariposa military base and dipped into the vats of Forced Evolutionary Virus. She would emerge as a nightkin, and was then unused as a spy or an assassin, with Tabitha as her squad leader. At some point during her time serving in Unity, Lily came across a downed vertibird that crashed near Klamath and felt compelled to rip off one of the rotary blades to make a weapon for herself. It was also during this time that she developed schizophrenia from the heavy use of stealth boys and began hearing a voice in her head she named Leo, who supposedly taught her how to craft the blade. After the fall of Unity, the destruction of the cathedral and the death of the Master, whom she didn't like, she decided it was time to go home. While looking for the remains of her old vault, she made it as far as the Mojave wasteland, where she relocated to the settlement of Jacobstown, led and watched over by another first-gen super mutant, Marcus. Lily found purpose at Jacobstown as the shepherd of the town's bighorner cattle population. By 2281, however, her cattle were being harassed by night stalkers that had developed a mutation resembling a stealth field, managing to regularly hunt the domesticated bighorners as prey. If given the chance to solve this problem, Lily would like to become involved. While living at Jacobstown, she began receiving help from Dr. Henry for her schizophrenia, trying to drown out the voice of Leo by taking antipsychotic drugs. However, the side effects of the drugs manifested as gradual long-term memory loss, particularly those of her beloved grandchildren, Jimmy and Becky. Unwilling to part with her past on her own, Lily secretly began taking her medicine at half doses to stave off the memory loss, aided by regularly listening to a holotape of the last time she visited her grandchildren. Due to not getting the full dose of antipsychotics, Leo continued to manifest in Lily's mind as a malicious, deviant and sociopathic voice she can communicate with, giving her instructions in battle and telling her to do terrible things. According to Lily, Leo in turn doesn't like being called a voice in her head. In stark contrast to times when Leo is talking, Lily's natural personality is friendly, helpful, and pleasant despite her hulking appearance. When Dr. Henry began his work on curing the Nightkin's schizophrenia, she asked his permission to help. She continued offering her help even after he informed her of the risk of permanent brain damage in testing the Stealth Boy Mark II prototype. Her husband used to make a particularly strong moonshine, of which she partook from time to time. If one enters with Lily inside the cafeteria of Vault 3, she will comment about herself when she was a small girl, and she will remember her first kiss. This will also occur upon entering Vault 11, Vault 19, and Vault 22. As a Nightkin, Lily is also significantly faster than the player character. It is not uncommon for her to charge ahead to engage a target, which can be problematic when dealing with creatures like Deathclaws. When Lily is a companion, if she is reduced to 1/2 of her hit points, she will suffer a psychotic break and will be in aggressive mode until it fades. The player character is unable to give Lily commands or interact with her until this break subsides. She will also repeat a mantra, quickly counting to 10 repetitively to calm herself down. While Lily is not a companion, Cazadores may attack Jacobstown and kill her. If the player character asks her to be aggressive, she will comment saying, "That's exactly what Leo told me to do." During the quest Beyond the Beef, Mortimer will reject a suggestion to use her as a replacement for Ted Gunderson, as she is non-human. The same applies to Raul Tejada. When one travels to Novak with Lily, she asks if they want to ride Dinky the dinosaur. When enemies are identified, Lily will frequently state, "Get behind Grandma," and then place herself between the player character and the enemies. When crouched, Lily enters her own sneak mode, where she activates a permanent stealth boy until the player character stops sneaking. When in this mode, it is hard to see Lily in front, or between the player character and an opponent, and one can frequently shoot her accidentally, because of her tendency to stand between the courier and their enemies. This can sometimes be countered by telling her to back up. The super mutants at Jacobstown may comment on Lily, in which they whisper to the player character, "Better watch out, Lily's been babbling about her grandkids again." Lily is noticeably shorter than other Nightkin, such as Keen. Lily, along with Raoul, Rex and Cass, are the only companions that will approve of siding with the Legion and won't leave the player for doing so.